Stadium here in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Go. 120!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
357.
What we got?
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Rick 5-2, out here.
Now Wentz. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A first down there on a pickup of 25. By the end of last year, Herndon had solidified himself as the primary tight end for New York. Now, overall, second leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. In fact, his 39 catches, most among rookie tight ends in the league a season ago. Now a first down carry by Bell. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. On 2nd and inches, Wentz is brought in by Jamison Crowder. The 20. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Rush in. Sunday.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
120.
Bound to lose one. Check 37. Check.
81. Hey, Alpha. Hang in there. Done.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kyler Fackrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Check 50.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
Here's Jones. Going to throw again. Finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st down, New York.
Down. 70. Indy. Hey, Charlie.
Mike, 53.
Jones on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Jets take over 1st down.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Bravo.
Mike, 5-4.
Now a play fake. Wentz. Looking for Perriman there. He's got it. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
Check, 154, 154.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Crowder. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. On 2nd and 12, Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
Great 15.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! I got you.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They take to the air on the first play of the drive, and the pass just a little bit off there.
I thought there was some turbulence in the pocket there. Took him off platform, off schedule, unable to get set and make a nice throw.
On play action, Wentz. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jets will extend their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, go on. Hit it.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. A nice little juke. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check 26, check 26.
Hey!
Motion, motion, motion.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. A quick feed from Tate. Over the middle, complete. That's Tate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Look at me. Go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, Barkley, and down inside the 15 he goes. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Check 43. Check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Jones. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Hey, lock it.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz on the catch. It's Crowder. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
We got motion. Back up. The great 57.
58, right over there.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Nifty footwork at the 45. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down now, Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Always a plethora of storylines when the Jets and Giants get together, and certainly one big storyline is what they've been able to do in the backfield. Saquon Barkley, he's the Giants' future in the backfield, and now Le'Veon Bell coming over from Pittsburgh. He has really solidified what the Jets want to do carrying the football, and both of these guys threats catching it as well. They really appear to both be set for years to come. These are going to be some fun battles to watch. This is Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
I smell fear in that offense. Check 52. Check out read. Hit it.
Jones now throwing on first down. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis able to record his 5th sack of the season. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Shane Ray in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You can't stop me.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. Let's go.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Safety's creeping.
Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Yo, 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 go, go, go on, go on. Topper, topper.
Check. Crunch.
Another try for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
6-6, pull it high.
Slam. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Bam. Shoot.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. The third quarter has not been kind to them after they built that lead at intermission. They've seen that nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Hey, Delta.
Working from the gun, Wentz looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return, it's Tate. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shane Ray able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Looking for Shepard deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for the Giants. 56 yards. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Hey, high 7. Rock it. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
54, right there. 54 Mike.
Wentz now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing his Wentz. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Tate. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Back to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st down, Bell. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Bell. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Again, it's Bell. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because